episode is brought to you by
Listen to Paul's Impact, Houston's first radio show dedicated to people living with HIV, their friends, and family, every Monday from 7:30 to 9:30 Central Standard Time on Real Talk 100 Radio. You can also find us on all social media under Paul's Impact. That's POZIMPACT. And if you happen to miss our show, follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can catch the latest episodes of Paul's Impact.
Hey everybody, guess what? I'm disrupting the network marketing, or also known as the multi-level marketing industry as well. ATS Network. It is the brand newest multi-level marketing company that's getting so much media attention and breaking records all over the world. Why? I'll give you 6 reasons why. For one, it's free to join. That's right. If you want to make money with us, you don't have to pay a dime to join us. Number 2, there's no auto ship. That means there's nothing that I'm charging you, and there's also no customer volume requirement. That means you don't have to order $199 worth of a product to get this, whatever, right? If you want all your residual income, it costs you nothing per month, whether it be auto ship or customer volume requirements for you to get in here. Number 3, you don't have to pay monthly for your website. That's right. No $24.95 a month or all this stuff like that. Number 4, there's no obligation or any incentive for you to recruit anyone. Now, I probably should have led with that. Let me say that again. I have the only network marketing company in the world in which you don't have to go out and get 3 to get 3, get 3, get 3, and all that stuff like that. No recruitment whatsoever. Your mom, your grandmother, or the lady next door can do this. Number 5, you never have to get promoted or recruit anyone to get the highest level of residual income. Since I don't have distributors and since I don't require you to recruit anyone, guess what? The moment you come in, you can get top level residual income. And finally, you only have to be an active customer to make money with the company. Check out the show notes. Probably the first link, Antonio T. Smith Jr. If you want to be one of the 100,000 millionaires that I want to create, this is where you should be. ATS Network. Link is in the show notes. Love you. You can plant better. You can dominate. Welcome to the Secret to Success podcast. My entire goal with this podcast is to give you value. That is it. I am not interested in you buying from me. If you want to, you can, but that is not the goal here. I do want you to go to the show notes for people that I interview, because I do want you to buy from them or at least follow them. But I'm telling you, I am on a mission to create 100,000 millionaires. This podcast is part of that. Do yourself a favor and get everything that you deserve. Period, point blank. I want you to get that in this podcast, whether it be keynotes from me or interviews from millionaires, billionaires. It doesn't matter, because we can't teach you anything you don't already know. You just forgot because the world made you forget. I love you. You got this. You're going to get this. This is your moment. This is you. Take notes. Listen to me on your commute. I don't care what you do, but this is yours. I do this for you. Like, if you're on a different platform, share it. Subscribe to it. Share this, because there's not many people out here doing this here. Got this.
Good evening and welcome to the ATS team training. Tonight you are in for a treat. The one and only Grace Wise Sandals, top income earner in this company, business owner, entrepreneur, woman of numbers. She is coming to you this evening to teach you. You know what? I'm going to let her tell you what she's going to teach you. But before that, I do want to let you know that we have an amazing announcement. We will be introducing 10 new products coming January 26th. Thank you. I was excited. I was excited. It just came out that way, but we have 10, not 10. That's 6. I do know how to count. I know how to count these dollars, okay? We have 10 new products coming January 6th, so keep an eye out for those. But ladies and gentlemen, again, I present to you my best friend, the number one income owner, the number one income earner, my business partner, Miss Grace Y. Sandals.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to tonight's training. Y'all know me. We just dive in and get started. So what we are talking about today, thank you, best friend, for that wonderful, and thank you for that wonderful introduction. That is a great segue to tonight's topic. We are talking about the edification process. Deanna just gave you an example of the edification process. And edifying people is what you must do in order to get what it is and get to the level that you desire. Edifying someone is not lifting someone up and putting yourself down. That's not that. When you lift people up, you automatically lift yourself up. The edification process is very necessary in business and in life. If you've ever been to a church and they had a guest preacher, someone came up before them and edified the guest preacher so that you would listen to him or her. When you are in a business meeting and someone comes in for a training to train you and your team or to train you and your company, you've been there. Someone has introduced the trainer. They've edified that person to let them know, hey, this person is credible. This is why we have this person here to train you. They are the person that you are looking for. They are the leader that you're looking for to train you so that you can get to your next level. Edification process is very necessary for your business, for your life, especially for your business that you're in with the ATS network. Your leaders are working for you. But if Deanna was my leader and I came to Dakota was somebody I was trying to, wanting to be a part of the network and become a customer. If I come to Dakota and say, hey, listen, man, I have found a great opportunity that is working out for me so much, and I want you to talk to this person. Her name is Deanna. Hey, Deanna, this is Dakota. Hey, Dakota, this is Deanna. I did nothing to edify Deanna. And Dakota thinks, oh, well, Deanna's just like me. You have to edify the person who will be talking to your people. And I'm not just saying this because I'm one of the leaders. Have you ever, all of you have been on the CEO conference call. Have you seen the way I edify Antonio? I do that because I know it's necessary. And I do that because I know who he is and what he does for this company, for us, and for the future people who are coming into the network. He does everything selflessly. He does everything he possibly can to get us money. If you notice, there's a lot of money that goes out to the field. 50% commission. I have been in several network marketing companies, and I've never seen that before in my life. 50% commission. He does, and he will tell you, I am willing to die so that for you, so that you can have this, so that you can have that freedom that you always wanted, so you can have your dreams and goals accomplished. And so it behooves me to edify him in that way. Think of your favorite athlete, actor, actress, singer, celebrity. Think of your favorite celebrity. If you had the opportunity to introduce them to someone, one of your best friend or one of your family members, you're not going to introduce them and say, hey, Antonio, this is LeBron James. Hey, LeBron, this is Antonio. No, Antonio's going to be like, okay, hey, what's up, LeBron? No. But if I come to Antonio, you know who this is. You see him all over. He's got about championship rings. I can't remember how many he has right now, but every team that he's been with, he has gotten a championship ring with. You want this gentleman on your team because if he's on your team, I guarantee you he's going to bring you a championship. This gentleman is a family man. He's a philanthropist, gives back to the kids, gives back to those in need, and he is a hell of a gentleman on the court and can ball out of control. Now, I was about to say, we're not about to start an argument because I love Michael Jordan, but this gentleman has surpassed Michael Jordan by leaps and bounds. But we're not gonna do that. Don't argue with me on that one. Just Just let me make it on that one, because that's what I believe. So edification process is very necessary. If you want your money, edify your leader, because you're going to be the leader. Your team, when you get your team now, you're the leader, and they're going to have to do the same with you as you're doing with myself, Reginald, Deanna. You're the leader of your team, so you're gonna want your team to edify you as well. You're not gonna want to have them, and no disrespect, you're not gonna want to have them on the same level, have you on the same level as the people that they're introducing you to. That's crazy. There's no trust. Antonio did this a few weeks ago. He drew a triangle. You have love, you have trust, you have edification. If Maya is my family member and I'm trying to introduce her to this network and my leader, Maya loves me, but Maya doesn't trust me. Why? Because Maya has seen me grow up with pigtails, one going this way, one going that way. So Maya loves me, but Maya doesn't trust me about making money. What? I saw you grow up. What are you talking about? We went to school together all our lives. But if I edify Miss Susan, who is my leader, and let her know, listen, Maya, I want to introduce you to one of the millionaires that I am working with, who is taking me to $10,000 a month. And she told me if I find 9 people who are like me, who are hungry, who are ready to and want to be taken to $10,000 a month too, to put them in contact with her. This lady is amazing. She knows the ins and outs of this business, and I guarantee you she will help you to get all of your dreams and goals that you desire if you're willing to put in the work. She is one half of the humor consultant, does an amazing job with her husband, Phil, with their company, with their business. But I'm telling you, Miss Susan is the leader that you're looking for. Now, Maya loves me, but she trusts Miss Susan because of the things that I edified Miss Susan about. You want to make sure that you, I'm trying to find the word. Yes, the word is edified, but you want to make sure that you top the charts in describing your leader to your people, because your leader is the person that's going to help you grow your team. That's it. Your leader is the person who plows the field. Okay, I always heard that just in church settings, but that makes sense. So just like pastors plow the field to help win souls, when you invite people to your church, you talk about the pastor, because that's the person who's going to get up to preach. Yes, of course. Oh man, choir is awesome. We got a great praise team. But the minute you start talking about your pastor, that's when you're really going to start edifying, because you're inviting someone to church to come hear the word. And who gives the word is your pastor, whether it be him or he or she. So you want to make sure that you edify. Your friends and family love you, but they don't trust you. So when you edify your leader, they trust your leader. Why? Because I guarantee you, your leader is going to talk about you and edify you back. Antonio does it to us all the time. Anytime we're on the phone with someone, if I'm on the phone with Miss Adonia, and I'm talking to her about how great the ATS Business University is, what we have to offer, how it will benefit her and benefit her towards her goals and dreams, and how we can help her get there further faster. And then I say, you know what? I happen to be in the office today with my CEO. He happens to be here, and we're very fortunate enough for him to be here today, because he's super busy. He has 1,000,001 things to do, but he's a hands-on CEO, and he always he makes sure that he takes the time to talk to the people that we bring to him, because we love their energy, and we just want him to add value to you. Let me see if he's available at the moment. And I guarantee you, Antonio has 1,005,000 things to do. But every time we come to him, hey, Antonio, how you doing? I've got Adonia on the phone, and she lives out in California, and she loves corporate America, and she really has a heart for young men in corporate America who want to win in life. I told her all about you, and I just wanted to know if you had a few moments to add some value to her. Yeah, sure. Let me talk to her real quick. And he will get on the phone, and I tell y'all, Antonio never meets a stranger. But anyway, and then before he gets off the call, he will mention something about myself, Reginald, Deanna, Dakota, anybody who we put him on the phone, anybody who puts him on the phone with somebody, he edifies you. You know what? Yeah, Deanna, she's my right-hand man, and she's one of the top income earners.
SideTrack is the must-have ultra-portable USB monitor that attaches to the back of your laptop for a more productive workday, whether you are home, at the office, in a coffee shop, or on the go. SideTrack attaches to your laptop with semi-permanent metal plates and will stay secured to your laptop as you move to and from meetings or around the house. Your new dual-screen workstation is super easy to set up and take down. Simply attach SideTrack to your laptop, connect the monitor with one cord, and you're ready to start. SideTrack can also mirror your screen and rotate 180 degrees for convenient collaboration, presentations, demos, and more.
I've had the pleasure of using SideTrack's double screen thing. It's amazing. First off, it's easy to install. It comes with some magnets that sits right on my Mac. And these magnets don't deter the screen. They don't mess up my screen. Actually, I have a little blue cool case that you would buy off of Amazon, something that's not really by Apple, and it actually sits on top of that. So that's even cool too. It's like getting a cell phone case. You don't have to take off your case to use something cool. Now, let me tell you why this SideTrack is amazing. I do a lot of video editing and a lot of audio editing. To be very specific, I use Logic Pro 10 for my audio editing, and I use Final Cut Pro for my video editing. And both of these apps on my Mac take up the whole screen. Essentially, in order to promote my business, or in order to promote my personal brand, or just to put out some media that is so important for my company, because my company is media driven, whether it be podcasts like you're listening to now or video, I can't do anything else. So here's what I've done for the last week, and I love this. I can install the SideTrack. It goes on my Mac, and then I pull the screen out with my right hand to the right. And now I have two screens. It displays as one long extended screen. Think monitor 1, monitor 2. And I just drag Final Cut Pro over to monitor 2. And I do all the editing work, and I can still see what's happening on my screen, and it's not dominating the work that I need to do. Now, this is why this is so important. Not only can I continue to do what I do, but once it's editing, I don't have to keep checking and keep seeing if it's going to be finished, because sometimes I'm editing 4K videos at 2 hours long. This takes a long time to do it. I even also do live videos without actually being live. And I can't tell you how many times that I didn't catch the end of the video in time. And it was just a pain. I no longer have this pain. I recommend strongly SideTrack. Actually, now I just take it wherever I go. It's a staple in my briefcase now, which it fits in my briefcase. It's the same size of it's a little bit of the size of my 13.5-inch Mac. It's amazing. I'm telling you from personal experience, if you want to maximize your time, if you have a presentation you want to do, if you want to just be elite and have the world's best technology, I strongly recommend SideTrack. I've been using it for a week. I am a happy customer. 5 stars out of 5 stars if this was Star Search back in the 80s. I love it. I love it. I love it. SideTrack, y'all did a very, very good job.
For 10% off your SideTrack, visit sidetrack.com/discount and enter the promo code B2BA2Z at checkout. For 10% off, visit sidetrack.com/discount/B2BA2Z and enter the promo code B2BA2Z at checkout. Again, for your 10% off, visit sidetrack.com/discount/B2B A2Z and enter the promo code B2B at checkout. And that's sidetrack, sidetrack.com/discount/B2B A2Z and enter promo code B2BA2Z at checkout.
In the company, she's also one of the 8 millionaires that I have created. So you are talking to one of the great people, one of the great leaders in my company. That way, Adonia, she super trusts Antonio now. And now, not only does she love me, but she said, oh, okay, I see you. Now she's getting out of that sight of pigtail here, pigtail here. And I'm gaining some respect, but because of the edification. The edification closes the triangle. You got love, you got trust, you got edification. Dee Marie, can we role play, please?
Absolutely.
All right. So what I want to do is role play with the audience, and then we can have a question and answer period if anybody has any questions, thoughts, or comments. Let's see. I want you, okay, I need you to, let's see, who are we gonna, let's do your number one person, okay? You are going to introduce me to Dakota, your leader, okay? Because you get what I'm saying? Okay, here you go.
Hey, Dakota, how you doing today?
I'm good today.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Dakota, I have someone that I would love for you to introduce to you. You remember that amazing opportunity I was telling you about?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I want to introduce you to Miss Grace Sandals. She is actually the number one income earner in this company. She has been there since the beginning. She knows the ins and outs of it. Not only that, she's an entrepreneur herself. She retired she retired last year after teaching. She retired last year after teaching for 11 years, and she has not turned back, and she's not going back, and she did it all through the opportunity that I told you about. So she is one of the right-hand men for the CEO of the company. Again, she's the number one income earner. She's been there since the beginning. And when I tell you, every time I have an issue with something, I go to Grace, because Grace helps me work it out work out my thought process, because she is that amazing. She is an absolute awesome leader. And are you ready to speak to her now? Because she is available.
Yes, ma'am. I am.
All right, hold on one second. Let me get her on the line for you.
All right, that's what I mean. Go ahead. Okay, so what I want to do now, so ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, Deanna, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. How are you today?
I am good. I'm ready to speak with your gentleman, Dakota.
Oh, sweet. Thank you so much. Okay, hold on one second. Let me go ahead and patch you through. Hey, Dakota, I have Grace on the line. Are you ready? I hope you have your notes, your pen, whatever you take notes with. I hope you have it available, because she is going to knock your socks off.
I am ready.
All right, Grace, Dakota?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm here.
All right, so Ms. Grace, this is Dakota. Dakota, this is the Grace Sandals that I was telling you about.
Miss Grace.
Hey, Dakota, how you doing?
Perfect. How are you?
Good. I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking. Glad to hear that you're perfect. Wanted to talk with you for a few moments. Deanna tells me that you all are cousins, and she has watched you grow up to the great young man that you are today. Just wanted to let you know, listen, you couldn't be calling a greater person. Deanna is at the very top of the company, which means a lot of money, which means $1 million position. And she thought so highly of you that she said, Grace, you got to talk to my cousin Dakota. This guy is the truth. He is on it. He is hungry. He has a mind and motivated to win. And when she told me that, I said, hey, well, we got to talk to her. You told me I got to talk to her, and we got to talk to her. So boom, I'm gonna stop right there. But you get the gist. This is what we do. We edify each other all day long so that everyone has a healthy respect for each other. This is what you want to do. You want to make sure. Thank you, Dakota and Deanna, for that role playing. You want to make sure that you edify. You want to make sure that you edify your leaders, because your team will have to do the same for you, and everything is duplicatable. So when your team sees that you're edifying your leader, they're automatically going to edify you, because they see, oh, that's the culture around here. Let me do that. Love, trust, edification completes the triangle. All right. Now, do we have any questions from anyone? Anyone have any questions? You can type them in chat, or you can raise your hand if your video screen is on, or you can type participants. Oh, Miss Adonia, how are you doing?
I'm good. Sorry, I jumped in my car because I had internet issues at the office. You know what? I don't have a question. What I have is a confirmation, and or something, because absolutely what you just said is what you guys did to me. And it's funny too, because you started it, passed it to Deanna, and I am telling you, with her little sweet little voice, one moment please, I'm gonna get Antonio on the phone, talk to you. Hey boss man, will you talk? And it was a wrap, signed, sealed, and delivered, exactly how you just said it. And so I know it works. I really do. I really understand how and why what you guys do, that you do. But I don't want people to believe that it's phony. It's genuine. It really is genuine, because I think you guys know each other's value. So I'm a victim. I'm a witness, and I'm a benefactor of that. What you just showed us.
All right, Ms. Adonia. Thank you for that. Yes, I do remember that. I do remember that very well. She said she's a victim, a victim, and a product of that edification.
I'm a victim. This is why I said I'm a victim. I'm a witness and a benefactor. So I witnessed it, I benefited, and I got sucked in.
Yes. Let me tell y'all something. Anytime either myself or Deanna talk to Miss Adonia, and I say, "Hey, Adonia, we got something new going on. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna put you on the phone with Antonio." She's like, "Don't you put me on the phone with him? Do not put me on the phone with him, because you know, as soon as I get on the phone with him, I'm gonna sign up." It's just what happens around here. It's the culture. It's the culture. But yes, victim, witness, and benefactor. Thank you so much, Miss Adelia. All right, Miss Susan, I saw your hand up. Go ahead.
You know, the edification process can be used not only for this, but for anyone that you're connecting someone with. In your business, in your personal business. And I always like to edify first the person that I'm connecting. Say I'm connecting them to you, Grace. I want to give you a little bit of information about them. So if I'm introducing John to you, I'm going to tell you a little bit about John. You know, maybe what his business is, our connection, our friendship, and that sort of thing, to make him feel good. I'm edifying him first to you, and then I'll say, John, this is Grace. Grace is, and then I will go on and talk all about you, and then I'll say, and I'm just going to turn it over to Grace now, and the best thing you can do once you turn it over is to be quiet and let them talk.
Miss Susan, you just preached, okay? You just preached right there. I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. Miss Susan has a very good point. I'm gonna repeat what she said. When you edify your leader to whoever you're talking to, and you call them, or if y'all are meeting in person, and you introduce your leader to your person and you edify them, the last thing you do is introduce each other. Maya, this is Miss Adonia. Miss Adonia, this is Maya. See what I just did there? You don't come in. Please don't come in when they are explaining to when the leader is explaining to your potential customer about the ATS Business University, the ATS network. Please don't chime in. Oh, hey, Deanna, make sure you tell them about no, don't do that. Don't do that. Why? Because you just shot the edification process to hell. Why did I edify you if I'm going to act like I'm the leader?
Right. And the first person, when I'm turning John over to you, first and foremost, I want to edify John, because that sets the tone. Then he's, sitting up a little straighter and feeling a little bit better about the situation, because I'm really telling my relationship with him, whatever that is. And then it's giving you a little bit, even though I've probably talked to you ahead of time that we're setting this up, I'm saying this about him to you. And then also it refreshes your memory of John before the conversation starts. And then I go on about you and edify you, and then be quiet.
That's it, Miss Susan. You hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. And Miss Susan, yes, Miss Susan just killed it. Please, I hope everyone receives what Miss Susan just said. The moment you butt in and start saying, hey, tell them about this, or don't forget this, well, your leader's no longer the leader now. You are. And if you are the leader, then why am I on the phone? I have literally seen people do this when I have been in other MLM companies. One of my mentors, when I was in the MLM company, he was telling us a story of how the person edified him. He was speaking to the prospect, and the leader and the person on the team kept butting in. Hey, tell them about this. Hey, tell them about this. He said, you know what? I see that you don't need me, so you all have a good evening, and I'll talk to you all later. And he hung up. And he said, I'm gonna let you finish. And he hung up. You don't want that to happen. Your leader is the person that your potential customer came to hear. Because remember, the person that you have on the phone, they know you, but they don't trust you. They love you, but they don't trust you. They could have seen you grow up from diapers all the way to adulthood. Yeah, they love you, but they remember when you asked them for money. They love you, but they remember when you were in school. They love you, but they remember all sorts of things about you, and they can't see you in that light. So you want to make sure, edify your leader, stay quiet, and let your leader get you your money. Please, when we tell you we work for you, that's for real. So you want to make sure, hey, I'm going to stay out of this. And the other reason that you are staying quiet is so that you can learn and listen to what your leader is saying. Because again, you have a team. You're going to have a team. And you are going to be the leader that's being edified. And what you do to your leader is what your team will do to you. The way you treat your leader is the way your team will treat you as a leader. That is just how it happens. Just sit still, listen,
Grace,
and learn. Because yes, ma'am.
it's a duplicatable system.
That's
when
it.
we start at the top, the same system all the way down from years to come. We create the same system and do the same thing all the way down. So then it's our job to teach that person. That person just experienced it, but then they will be, you remind them that that's how they're going to teach their people. So it's just a duplicatable system that continues on.
You're so right.
Yeah.
It is duplication. Go ahead, Mr. Field.
Yeah, how I would get the message across to the newbie, I would say now during our conversation, you're going to want to participate. It's only natural, and I'm going to give you permission to. Don't worry about it. If you feel you need to jump in and say something, if you need to add your 2 cents, if you need to say anything else, go ahead and do this. But what would you, when you do that, I will reach through the phone and rip your throat out. So I'm giving you permission to interrupt. But if you do, I will reach through the phone and rip your throat out. So I just want to let you know.
That's it, Mr. Phil. Okay, that makes total sense. Makes complete sense. Yes, we can't stress that enough. It is a duplicatable process because from the top down, and I'm not saying as a, as a sign of disrespect, but if your leader's at the top because they're your leader. That's the only reason I'm saying from the top down. So what your leader does, everyone else will do. So when you're the leader, what you do, everyone else does. So you want to make sure that it's duplicatable, because if somebody on your team says, no, I don't want to do it that way, we're going to do it this way, and they get a team, it's no longer duplicatable, because what they do is what their team will do. And if they decided, hey, I'm not doing what you do, leader, I'm going to do my own thing, that's not duplicatable. And what's not duplicatable won't make you money. You always want something that's duplicatable. That's why systems are duplicatable, because they make money. If I got a 4-step system of how to do something, and it guarantees you that you make X amount of dollars, why would you change the system? Don't change the system. Don't change the edification process. Anyone else? Thank you so much for that, Mr. Phil and Miss Susan. Anyone else have a question or some thoughts on what you learned today? I love it. I'm still in teacher mode. Right, going once, going twice. Ms. D. Marie, did you have anything?
I just want to reiterate, please follow the system. It's a duplicatable system. Don't change the system. And also, don't forget, we have 10 new, 10, because I got talked about earlier because I did this, but I was talking with my hands. I was doing this. we have 10 new products coming out January 6th. 6 of these are open to the public. All 10 will be found in the freshman level. All 10 will grow every month. And in addition to all the other classes that you already have that will continue to grow each month. And guess what? It's all at no additional cost to you. So ladies and gentlemen, starting January 6th, look forward to our 10 new products we have coming out. We are really excited about them. So Ms. Grace, Y Sandals, that's all I have to say. And please, again, just duplicate the system. Floor is yours.
Last thing, I saw Mrs. Dakota giving shout outs. So to you guests of Mrs. Dakota, get back with him tonight. Get back with him tonight so that you can learn more. Mrs. Dakota, you have a few words you'd like to say.
Like I was saying, I didn't come to the company to play around. I came to handle business because I'm a businessman.
Let me tell y'all something. That's it. That's it, sir. Please keep it real, okay? This gentleman, we're gonna tell you every time we talk about him, we're just gonna tell you. This gentleman is 19 years old, doing the thing out there in Mississippi. I don't care where he lives, wherever he lives, he'd be out there doing this thing. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, you heard him. Those guests of Dakota, you heard him. He said he's not playing around. He is not. I'm telling you, we have been on the phone working for him all day today. I guarantee you, get back with Dakota, get signed up, get started. Get started on your dreams. Get started in investing in you. And I'm telling you, when you go and talk to people, edify this young man here, because he is tearing this thing up. He's not playing. He said he didn't come to play. He came to get this money. He came to win. So you are following a great gentleman who is following a great lady in Deanna Mitchell, who is following a great gentleman in Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr., who is our fabulous CEO. Yes, get back with the person who invited you to this call. Get started in winning. In the words of our CEO, DeMarie, unmute your mic. You can plan better.
You can dominate.
Have a good evening, everyone.
I have felt so much in life. I've been so evil. I've done everything in life to mess it up. And I have. I have completely messed this life up. And then I changed. And then I started applying things that I didn't know, but I always knew. You call it the law of attraction. Or maybe you don't. Or maybe you're religious and maybe you're not. Here is what I know. I know that we all have a karmic debt to pay off. And I have either paid mine off or almost off. And now I dedicate my entire life to you. Please know that as my life is dedicated to you, it means I get beat up a lot. But that's what this is about. It is about people like me putting their gains at risk for you. The crazy thing about life is once we get enough, whatever enough means, if you're a politician, it's enough votes. Someone likes money, enough money, whatever enough is. A pastor, enough members, we tend to protect it. This podcast is not about protection, it is about you. I sincerely believe in you. I know you're going to be it. I know you're going to do it. Whatever that is for you, there are no mistakes. I want you to share this podcast, but not for personal gain. I want you to share it because I am giving you my every being so you can turn around and do the same for others. I give away me, and then you give away you. I lower me so you can stand on my shoulders, and then you return the favor and you lower yourself so someone else will stand on your shoulders, and then voila. No one is lower than the other because we've all lowered ourselves. Finally, the music in this podcast that you're going to hear, I hope it gets stuck in your head. It's actually from my favorite movie, Cloud Atlas. It's a cover. It's not the original version, but it sounds just like it. Cloud Atlas is a great movie by the Wachowskis. My second favorite movie is The Matrix, but that has nothing to do with this right now. It is about repeating the same mistakes. And so I'm hoping subconsciously that as you repeat the same mistakes, Cloud Atlas is mostly about ascending from those mistakes. So I'm hoping the words, the music, the melody, everything helps you ascend to where you're supposed to be, which is where you've always agreed you wanted to be before you got here. I love you. This is The Secret to Success, Law of Attraction. I really, really know that this will be a blessing, a lifesaver to many people. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plan better. You can dominate.